How's it going, supporters? Forgot to press record, wasn't that exciting. I was just pouring out some Charlie carp for the aquaponics. All I've been doing is just putting in about half a litre every couple of weeks. I did some the other day, just pouring it straight in there into the fish tank, or the fishless tank we'll call it. I did mention in a clip the other day, if you caught it, about some issues we're having. The hoe and knockers are pretty much all showcasing what the problem is. Hello ladybug. We've got a little bit of deficiency. I dare say it will be nitrate as well as iron. So the fish emulsion will look after that, and I'm going to pop some iron in a tick. I did pull out the, I've also done all the soil gardens as well with the fish emulsion. The broccoli was pulled out the other day. I think I mentioned that, I may not have. There's a couple of clips I filmed, but I just haven't had time to edit them. What I do is I just leave the root ball out to one side and let the roots all die off, and then I can put the clay back in the system. Harvested a couple of the beetroot from in here. I'll give you a bit of a look at them up under the house, and just taking back some of the manky leaves off the silver beet. I just haven't been around here to pull any off, which is a little bit of a shame, but anyway. But overall, yeah, the system's going okay, and like I said, I did pop down the back and feed up. We won't go down there, but the chili just around the corner there, and also the coffee and the turmeric, and I went and did the blueberry over the back behind the mess and all that sort of thing. I need to come down here and start digging out some of these clumps of grass again, I think. No, that's not pot. These beds up here got a good feed. You can see that the comfrey missed a watering. All the leaves were laying down and looking very frazzled the other week. This morning I also pulled out the upland cress from in here. These gingers have just got fried again. The shade cloth came off the other day. I'm not sure how it keeps coming off. But anyway, the ginger got fried again. Hopefully we're going to get a little bit of a crop out of these guys. The ones over here, the ones down in here look to be doing a lot better. But then again, they've got a lot better shade around them as well. There's a leaf down in there somewhere. You might be able to make it out. I'm getting some new shoots off that piece down in there. The mint is starting to go to flower. When I was watering it, I just ran my hands over the top of it, and I don't know if you saw that, but half a dozen grasshoppers all jumped out of it, probably even more. So, and I'm taking pity on this poor little volunteer cherry tomato. It's probably going to be a broad ripple yellow currant. I'm just trying to pull it up using that little elastic there, just off the ground there so no one treads on it. And I'm accidentally spilling some water over the edge of the lemon when I'm watering that. Oh, I just noticed. We've got some lacewing eggs there. Very nice to see. Oh yeah, and I haven't seen a reoccurrence of the aphids or any other pests on the lemon after it got a good treatment. And yes, the place is still a bit of a mess. Yeah, the house. We came around yesterday. I just digress there. Came around the house yesterday just to water the slab. The builder has suggested we keep doing it. Sorry, just wiping off some mud. Get all this mud off. I think I left most of it on the way over. Anyway, the house. Yes, we came over here yesterday in the morning, about midday, and we gave it a good water. And then in the afternoon, we came over with a packet of chalk. And I washed it all off this morning because we had lines going here, there and everywhere. But you can see some remnants of, maybe be able to make out some remnants of some yellow lines along there. And we even drew in the cistern and the toilet seat and the stairs going upstairs. But what we're doing is just trying to work out how it's all going to flow. And yeah, well, I thought what I'd do is when I do the clip on the house, I'll come down here and I'll draw it all out. In one colour to begin with, showing what we're going to get to start off with, and then in another colour. And while we were doing it, Bianca and I have changed our minds on how we're going to set up the rooms after the builders are done and we move in and finish off the rest of it. So they're only going to be doing the toilet, the laundry, and a little room that comes out to here. Comes out about halfway and then across and then back to there, and there's stairs and a little storage over there. So that's all they're doing. Down by that last little bay in there, about 1700 millimeters worth of space will be my workshop. So it was going to run the full length, but anyway, I'll explain that in the clip for you guys. Just turn the camera around. Sorry if it's at a weird angle. It just gets a little bit glary if I point it straight at my face and out the back. I'm not talking down to you. Just a quick update on Patreon. As I've been saying for the last 18 months to 2 years since I've had the website sort of up and running, I really need to learn how to look after it better. I will be moving all my Patreon and subscriber stuff from that website over to my own website. It's something I've wanted to do from the start. Patreon was just convenient at the beginning. So there is a whole political hoo-ha going on about left and right wing and people being kicked off Patreon. I'm not into the politics, even though you may have thought that by the post I put on Facebook the other day. That was just to explain, that clip, if you sat through it all, explained what happened and the context, the words we used and everything that got the creator kicked off Patreon. For you folks who don't follow it, Patreon's basically booted someone off Patreon for something he said on another website, which goes against their terms of service and also the words that Jack Conte, the founder and CEO of Patreon, spoke in a recent podcast. He said, "We don't police the internet, just what you do on Patreon." So, you know, I don't want to deal with someone who's going to be a little bit two-faced, say one thing and then do another. You know, if you want to stay on Patreon, you know, go for it. If you don't want to follow me across, I totally understand. But you know, everything I do here is about being responsible for my own existence in one way or another. And the way I see it, moving off of Patreon onto my own site is just another step in that direction. I don't want to have to obey other people's rules and things I can and can't post. So the long and the short of it is I'm moving off Patreon, won't be happening straight away. You'll probably actually have access to more content over on the website because I can host more stuff there. And yeah, so I think it's going to be a win for everyone. And to be totally frank, I will be earning a little bit more money because Patreon take a cut out of everything that you give them, and then PayPal hit me, and then there's US dollar conversion fees that I get once we cash out of Patreon. And I think it'll just be a lot more economical for me and for you folks. You're going to get more bang for your buck because I'm going to be offering package deals rather than a monthly installment. So yeah, I think it's going to be a win for all. The downside is it's going to be a while before I do it, so I'm stuck with Patreon for a little while. Hopefully over the holidays I'll hook into it and get a basic member site started, and then I'll play around with it for a month or two just to iron out all the wrinkles, and then we'll be up and running. And yeah, if you don't want to follow me over to from Patreon to my website, I totally understand, folks. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not telling you how to run your lives or how to spend your money. If you want to follow me, that's fine. There will be content that will be unique just for you folks who do follow us over. And for you folks on YouTube, again, you will still be getting the same content you're getting now. That's you paid YouTube subscribers, and I will give some links to pages over on our website as well, so you'll get similar things. So yeah, just a little bit of an update on that. And again, you know, politically wise, I don't give a stuff basically what you think, what you believe. I'm sure you guys follow me for growing food and whatnot, so just to clarify that, the reason I posted that clip was it explained from woe to well, basically from what he said all the way through to why he got booted off of Patreon, what happened. So I don't follow his politics, I don't follow anyone's politics, so there you go. But anyway, that's enough of that. I know I've probably bored a few of you and you've already clicked off, but anyway, I'm flipping the camera around and I'll give you a look at these beetroot. So here we go. Not a bad looking beetroot. She's a little bit cracked from being in there too long, but still all fine and dandy. I don't think it'd be the most tender beetroot to cook up, but what we'll probably end up doing with it is either roasting it and turning it into a dip, or I might even just grate it and pop it in a salad for later on tonight. And this little small one came out along with it. So that's generally the size you'd want to harvest it, but probably a month earlier than what I'm harvesting, if not two. So these were just being harvested for their greens before they got lost underneath all the brahmi down in there. So there you go, a bit of a small harvest. As far as lining out this place goes, I will be coming back over on either later on this afternoon if all this water dries out, or maybe tomorrow, and we'll line it all up, and yeah, we'll take it from there, give you guys a bit of a look. So we'll leave it there. Sorry for the extra long-winded post today, but I wanted just to explain to you folks who were curious about the Patreon thing, what was going on there, and you folks that were concerned that all of a sudden I was going to become a leftist bashing right-wing fanatic. I'm on neither wing of the political spectrum, as a few of you guys who know me personally can attest to. But anyway, there you go. There's a look at my messy backyard, and I will catch you later. Cheers, folks.